in regards to artificial intelligence, AI, where we use tools that people gossip about, and when we study these things, if you're like me, you feel immense pressure to FOMO, where it feels like everyone's making progress except for us, where there's a a burden, an onus to execute, because we kind of get our brain in a spaghetti where we're like, even me talking about this is not in flow. So, how do we get to flow state? How do we windsurf and, dare I say, replet and repeat our baby steps towards doing artificial intelligence? I've come up with 2 pages of notes that we can share en route to playfully building confidence, playfully playing where there's not a pressure to win, or I don't know. There's no pressure. We can just play because we're just two people hanging out on a Monday in May, specifically May 5th. Baby steps. What I used AI for over the weekend was simple. Problem. There's a party and they had name badges where they required to write your name in Sharpie. This is the problem, and I used AI to solve the problem, which was connecting the name tag that you use Sharpie to write, connecting it to code. Is this vibe code? Barely. It was barely vibe coded. And hey, how's it going? It was barely vibe coded, where vibe code, the definition, that's where you use Cursor or Grok or OpenAI to vibe and verbal up some code. In the same way that me even saying vibe code sounds like I'm speaking Japanese, where vibe coding is like vibrational, where let's us together vibrate up something with AI, so that way when our friends ask us about it, we can have something not necessarily intelligent to say, because I'm sure that you're able to do that, but we can. Thank you for hanging out with me, Charlie Jones, and thank you for subscribing. The the thankfulness from me to you is, can we execute one thing that then we can say that we did, because this is how a conversation might go, which is, oh, some of this stuff that I'm seeing with AI, it's so crazy. And then gossip about this idea, cover and analyze about that idea. Instead of the conversation going that route, we can say, oh, well, there might seem like there's a lot of hype around it, but what I did was I watched a YouTube video and I took action. This is what was positive on a video that I watched, or a project that I did. And when I say project, I'm not talking about a 5-week project or a 1 week project. I'm talking about a project that we can actually execute before this video ends, where we win at YouTube by having something that other people can tactile touch. Other people can recognize, hey, this is not a person who just watches and thinks, oh, I'll do that later. This is a video where we can use AI and take some baby steps towards AI, which is this. Have you guys looked at solving a problem that you guys hear and that you then write down? Because the baby step of using AI is going to make people who have gone through hearing a problem, solving a problem, to hearing a problem, solving that problem, and then getting credit for solving that problem over and over and over. With the name badge example, that is where so many people that host parties, they have this as default, which is a sticker and a Sharpie. I mean, how many times have you been to a party where they're like, oh, will you write your name on this piece of paper? Where the solution to it is a QR code sticker with an $80 Brother printer. Brother is a brand of printers. And being able to connect the Brother printer to a smartphone by printing out a QR code. And so what we're doing here is we're barely using computer code to solve simple problems of, hey, the people that came to my party, I don't know if the Sharpie can connect to the name badge, can connect to the email address. So those are the three components: the name badge, the Sharpie, and the email address that they used to RSVP for the party. And so that's a first thing that we can solve. And yes, feel free to steal my idea next time you go to an event where they're like, oh, welcome to the event. Will you fill out a name badge? Did you RSVP? Is your name on the guest list? Oh, you didn't? That's okay. And so what we're doing, instead of getting a typical YouTube shout out, you're going to be getting a blog post shout out, meaning your name will be associated with solving a problem using less than $100 worth of stuff. In fact, a Brother printer is available on eBay for less than 50 bucks used. What we're doing here is we're asking the host of the event, hey, would you like me to solve your problem at less than $2.50 per guest? Because when hosts spend money on parties, they're typically spending $30, $40 per guest. And so you ask them, hey, what's your measurement for return on investment? So if that's an idea that you guys want to look at, feel free to pin this or screenshot this, and we can follow up. Remember, the name of this video is Baby Steps Towards AI Confidence and Artificial Intelligence Technology Adoption, where we do a couple little things. Another little thing that is immensely useful is using AI for book summaries and book extrapolations. Everybody uses right now AI to shortcut actually reading the book. Sound familiar, right? So what if you used AI to long cut long extract the function of give me more to read based on what has already been published. So what that is the long cut, the opposite of a shortcut, where you're taking the existing book and you're asking what might be 15 new chapters in a sequel book. And what you're doing is you're prompting the AI to give you more positive content so that way we get a view into the future. What you're using AI for in this case is you're prompting it to deliver a novel or a nonfiction content from the future. And when we get used to asking for a book from the future, then our ability to front run what will be talked about is the core essence of AI. And that's nearly the definition of AI. And that's the most simple baby step that can be now your flagship project, that now can be your one thing that you did with AI, which is I took, I don't know, Warren Buffett's book Snowball, and I added, using AI, 5 supplemental chapters to a book that Alice Seibold wrote. And now you take those supplemental chapters and you are now the co-distributor where we can study buddy in like a book club, but not a book club that is 20 people, half the people don't read the book, and everybody kind of just bull craps their way through the book club. This is not that kind of book club. This is the kind of book club where we talk about winning at studying something that's going to be de facto true in the future, where we get the information before truth gets discovered. Is this also how Chinese people take math class before math class? Most definitively, yes. This is how to win at math class by iterating one time. And the iteration would be for a nonfiction business book, which, prior example, if you're just joining us, was the Warren Buffett book Snowball. And to recap, for if you're new, we're taking for an existing book and guesstimating and extrapolating and prompting what AI would write as a sequel book. And instead of 63 new chapters, what if we used AI to write 5 more chapters? And that's where we get the benefit of new content that is previously unpublished that we get to springboard from. Remember, we're talking about baby steps for artificial intelligence. Remember, so many people are getting blown away by what AI might do in the future, where they're not asking some simple questions, which is, hey, how can AI pay for itself for the $200 subscription? Hey, how can AI help me go on vacation for free this summer when I don't have enough money saved up to go on vacation? Asking, or I've never been to the Super Bowl, using AI, Grok 3 or OpenAI or Claude, hey, how do I use Windsurf to self-fund a trip to the Super Bowl? Where we're asking it not to make $6 million, which is possible, but why don't we ask AI to help us make $250? These are the baby steps, and a specific book that we can extrapolate, just like the Warren Buffett Snowball book, is the Safedine Amu book, Fiat Standard, or the Michael Saylor book, Mobile Wave, which is extrapolated to be the Bitcoin wave. And that's where we can take the baby step of, can you use Michael Saylor's last book to then AI up a brand new book? The answer is yes. And I can be your study buddy for iterating on what Michael Saylor would write. Remember, the focus of this video is baby steps towards using AI. So Michael Saylor is an example. Prior to that, it was Safedine Amu. And before that, it was Alice Seibold. And so that's the baby steps in how you and I can gain confidence from doing AI for the week of May 5th, 2025. And asking it some basic questions, which is, hey, by June 5th, 2025, 30 days from now, can we make $202? And when you ask that question, guess what? AI is smart enough to answer it. Cool, right? I'm glad that we were able to hang out. And I am Larry Chang. It is cool to meet you for the first time if we've never hung out before, because I see a lot of new names and comments in the chat.